today we're doing a metal merch unboxing. I was hoping that I could do it a bit more interesting and secretive by not sharing the contents until I opened the bags, but then I figured that the band would definitely need to go into the title of this video. So you already know that this is gonna be a Halloween unboxing. And I wanted to do this kind of in preparation for both the new album coming up in just 4 days from when I'm filming this, but also because I'm kind of preparing myself for the Hammerfall and Halloween European tour that's hopefully taking place next year in 2022. So I guess before we open the bags, just a very quick backstory. I've already seen Hammerfall live once before. Been a huge fan of those since I was a young teenager, and I have almost all of their albums, which is a lot. Halloween, on the other hand, I've kind of not been a huge fan from before. I kind of more recently gotten more into them. Of course, I've listened to all of their classic, more well-known songs, but growing up I only had one album from them, which was The Dark Ride. Kind of an odd one out, but I guess it was kind of the album that was most prominent at that time, at around 2004 maybe, and probably the album that stood out to me the most when I was in the actual record shop, when those were still a thing. But The Dark Ride, even though I liked the album and listened to it often, it wasn't completely my style. So I never really branched out to their other albums, because I just had other things that I liked more at that time. But then later on, when I got more aware of their older stuff, like the Keeper albums of course, that was kind of more my style. So I ended up kind of backtracking to their older stuff, and then I fell in love with them even more. So right now I'm just really excited and pumped for the upcoming tour. I've definitely been listening to the new Skyfall single a lot, and also the Pumpkins United song. I kind of listened to those two back to back on repeat almost. And like I said, even though I have a lot of their classic songs digitally, I only have their Dark Ride album as a physical copy. So I kind of wanted to have more Halloween albums in my CD collection, because I feel like they deserve that. And my CD collection never stops growing, so yeah. One of the things I bought are one Halloween album. And then the second thing we're unboxing is a shirt. And then I might have a third item coming up at the very end. But I think we should just start by opening the first bag. Maybe you can try and guess what album I decided to get. It's probably not the one you're thinking about. It's very random, I think. So let's just see what we have. So the album I ended up getting was... Ooh, backwards. Pew! Better Than Raw. I should probably have gotten the Keeper albums by now, but they are kind of hard to come by and also kind of overpriced. And since I had already bought a lot of patches for my Battle Vest project and also the shirt and some other things, I decided to get something a little bit cheaper this time. So I was kind of stuck between two albums, and that was Better Than Raw and also Pink Bubbles Go Ape. I really want that one in my collection as well. This past month or 2 or 3, also in anticipation of the tour, I've kind of been working my way through Halloween's discography. So starting from the very first EP, and then right now I've only come up to the album after Dark Ride, so Rabbit Don't Come Easy. That's kind of where I am right now. I've not really looked into the newer albums. So from all of the old ones, I think besides Keeper, Pink Bubbles Go Ape and this one are the ones that stood out the most for me. I know a lot of people really like Time of the Oath and also Master of Rings, is that one? Or Master of the Rings. And granted, I did listen to those while I was working on my Battle Vest and stuff, and didn't really pay really close attention, but there weren't really any songs that really stood out to me. while just listening once. But I did have that with this album, so that's why this was one of the ones that I wanted to get first. Because so far, up until like 2006 maybe, this is probably in my like top 4 or 5 Helloween albums. And also, can we just appreciate this cover? I really like this cover. It's so like old school, witchy, classic metal drawing. I don't know. I just really like this artwork. Also kind of reminds me a little bit of the alchemy gothic posters that I used to have in my room. And let's see, this album was 2006. I thought this was maybe a little bit older. That's wrong, right? Because this is like an expanded edition, yeah. Because yeah, I listened to them like in order from start and up until Rabbit Don't Come Easy, and I feel like this one was somewhere after Master of Rings and Time of the Oath, and then before The Dark Ride, if I'm not like completely pulling that out of my ass. But anyways, let's look at the track list and let's see if I can remember any of these songs. There's the intro song, then there's Push, I definitely remember that one. Falling Higher, I think I liked. Hey Lord, I know a lot of people like that song. Personally, I was not like a huge fan. Don't Spit on My Mind, I remember. Revelation, I can't really remember. And then we have Time, which is probably my second favorite on this album. I know it's like the odd one out again because it's kind of a ballad. Can we say a ballad? More like a slow song, but with some heavy parts. And usually I'm not a fan of mixing like slow and heavy. I feel like if you want to make a slow song, just commit and make one slow song without the need to have some heavy parts in it. But this is one song that I really don't mind it because I like both. Although I wish that they had made maybe like a separate version of just the slow parts of Time because it's really beautiful. And then we have I Can, which I also definitely remember. Handful of Pain, Laudate Dominum, and then of course Midnight Sun, which is probably my favorite track. And then I see that we have a lot of bonus tracks on this one that I probably have not listened to, except Perfect Gentleman because I saw some of their live performances on YouTube. So I've seen that one, but then we also have Back on the Ground, A Game We Shouldn't Play, and Mushi Mushi Shiki no Uta, which is a live drum solo. So yeah, that was a small sample of the track list. I'm really excited to unwrap this, and I'm gonna actually like rip it into my PC and then transfer the files to my phone. And that's just how I listen to music. Now that it's summer outside, I actually go biking a lot for like 40-50 minutes at a time, and that's usually the approximate time frame of a whole album. And I'm definitely in need of some new music to listen to, new for me, so I'm really excited to have this new album to listen to while I do so. I didn't really plan on getting a Helloween shirt because I kind of wanted to wait until the concert next year and see if they maybe sold t-shirts there. But then when I had a look at their store, I found kind of an old style t-shirt that I just wanted. And this one they wouldn't have sold at the concert anyways because they probably only have like the newer designs, if any. So I ended up buying one old design Halloween t-shirt. So maybe you can try and guess what that is if you have any clue about Halloween shirts. Place your bets now. I can't remember what size I got. I think they only had unisex sizes or men's sizes. Like there weren't any separate lady sizes. And I don't even think they had extra small. So this might be a small and it might be a bit big for me. But let's check it out. Ooh. Oh yeah. It says t-shirt small, Halloween eyes. I know for a fact that it was called the Follow the Sign t-shirt on their website, which I know is the outro on the Keeper album. But I don't know if this design has anything to do with that album, because I haven't like seen this on the album art. So let me know if it actually has any connection to that. But here it is. It's so cute. This is just a basic staple. You can't really have too many black t-shirts. This is also a type of shirt that doesn't necessarily have to be Halloween. It's also just Halloween-ish. I know Helloween has a lot of different designs on their different pumpkin, on logos and albums and different things. I'm definitely not a huge fan of the newer style pumpkin logo that is on the Skyfall single, but this design I really like because he looks like an evil smirk and just very cute. I love that it has a small back design as well and not just something on the front. So I will of course try this on probably at the end of the video just to see what it will look like on. It actually doesn't look like too big. I know it's gonna be like really oversized on me, but like it's not the worst I've seen. This is also 100% cotton, which is really nice. It is nice and soft and it's not too thin in my opinion. It's like a very standard banty fabric. Very happy with this one. Maybe I'll wear this under my battle vest when I go to the concert. Maybe. So that was kind of it for the unboxing. However, I did receive another small item that I got off eBay. Maybe you've seen my battle vest project already, but I am collecting patches for my battle vest. Again, I wanted to get a Halloween patch to put on there. Just like the shirt, this was something that I kind of wanted to wait with and see if they were selling at the concert. But then again, I feel like that's probably not going to happen. There's a really small chance that they're actually selling patches at the concert, so I decided to at least get one patch from eBay, and then if they actually have patches at the concert, then I'll just buy a different one there. Of course, I checked the pumpkin store first, but they didn't have any patches at all, so I had to get a knockoff patch from eBay. There weren't a lot of designs to choose from. I ended up getting the Keeper patch. It's not really the best quality. The text is kind of, I don't want to say unreadable, but it kind of is from afar at least. And just the shading on the hand and everything is kind of just uniform. But then for some reason the bottom text is really clear. It's like half decent maybe. But then I just don't understand this like peach pinky border. That's just not really my thing at all. So I ended up getting it just to fill some spaces on my vest. And then I think only a few days after this arrived in my mailbox, I saw like a notification on Facebook that Helloween had updated their pumpkin store and they were now selling official patches. Great timing. So I ended up buying official patches because I want to support the actual band. I prefer wearing officially licensed product instead of half bad knockoffs. Maybe I'll insert pictures of the new official patches here. They were pre-order and wouldn't be available until like late June, so I ordered one black and one red just because I couldn't really decide. So I'll probably put one on my vest and one on my bomber jacket maybe. So I'm just waiting for those to be available and be shipped to me, and then you'll probably see them later in my battle vest video. I think that was everything I wanted to cover for today. As always, a huge thank you to my patrons for their support and for making these videos happen. Remember to leave me a comment, maybe telling me which item you liked the best, or what's your experience with Helloween, have you seen them live, what's your favorite album, all of that good stuff. And then I hope to see you in my next video. Vi ses.
It actually doesn't look like too big.